This is my experience of life. I struggled to many times in my entire life. How to be a successful person in 2025. Based on my motivation story, everybody wants to be happy in life. We all want to live a perfect life. We want that great job or a successful business. We want to be married to Mr. Right or Mrs. Perfect. We want to have great kids. We want to have friends that stick by us come rain or shine. We want to be able to have all the material things life has to offer and have all our problems just disappear. Everybody wishes for good life. It may be at different levels. One person may define a good life one way, and another may describe it another way. For one person, a good life may be just having 3 meals a day and a roof over the head. For another, it may be having a huge mansion and a couple of $1 million in the bank. There are different levels and meanings to what a good life is. But whatever your definition of it, there is perhaps one thing that you may have in common with many other people. You might want that good life stress-free. You would like to have it without having to work so hard or struggle so much for it. That is a normal human expectation. Nobody likes to struggle through life. Unfortunately, that is also what may be stopping you from having that great life. The thought of all that work, all that planning, overcoming hurdles and resistance is enough to make a lot of people give up before they even start. It can all seem too overwhelming, and for many it all just doesn't seem be worth it. It's like being drained of energy just at the thought of running a marathon. Before you are even at the starting line, the thought of all that running just scares you and tires you so much mentally, you just decide not to go for it. It's just too hard. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each on a high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. He then let them sit and boil without saying a word to his but wealthy. He decided to test his fellow people to know who has got a good attitude in life and who would spare some time for the country's progress. He placed a huge boulder right at the middle of the road and hid in a nearby place to see if anyone would make an attempt to move it off. He saw some wealthy merchants and courtiers passing by the road. None of them made any attempt to move it off, but simply walked away, while some others blamed the king for not maintaining roads. Later, a peasant came the way with a load of vegetables and saw the boulder. He kept his load down and tried to move the boulder away. After strenuous effort, he succeeded in moving it away. He saw a purse lying in the place of the boulder. It contained many gold coins and a note from the king which read, "This is the reward for the person who moves the boulder away." Moral: it is quite common for people to run away from problems and obstacles. But the story clearly shows the importance of seeing an opportunity in every obstacle which might improve our condition. Invest some time to remove obstacles on your way and experience many unseen presences.